Right next to me is a two-row SUV made by Nissan. This is the 2026 Nissan Murano SV, which is the base model of the Murano. Now, just because this is the second year of the new redesigned Murano, and it definitely turns heads on the road, does that make it worth it? And should you go and spend your hard-earned money on this vehicle? In this video, I'll be taking you through everything about this car, and let's answer that question together. Is it worth it? What are the trims and price ranges of the 2026 Nissan Murano? Well, it starts at $41,000 and goes all the way up to $50,000. It's really not a big difference of $9 grand from the lowest to the highest. There's three different trims. The SV, which I have right here, the SL, which is the middle level, and then the Platinum, which is the high tier. So what I'll be reviewing today is the SV all-wheel drive, which is the base trim. For 2025, they had front-wheel drive options, but they completely eliminated that for 26. So you cannot get this in front-wheel drive, only all-wheel drive. And the MSRP of this vehicle is $41,470. Now it does have a few options like splash guards, the premium paint. Yes, white is premium paint. Don't know why, but it is. There's an extra $450. And then carpets and floor mats for $530. And after dealer and destination fee, it comes out to be $44,210. Thank you to Executive Jeep Nissan in North Haven, Connecticut for allowing me to use this vehicle for the day. Their information will be linked down in the description below. Now let's dive right into it and start off with the front, because the front of this vehicle is definitely unique. It has three different spots or three different sections, and that's how I like to classify it. You have the up top section here that's black plastic, Murano embossed in the front there, which I'll pan to it and show you more, as well as your LED headlights up top. But your daytime running lights and turn signals are in the second bit down here. So this piece is an amber light that shows your turn signal, and below that is your daytime running lights. It's cool how it's in two separate pieces, just it stands out way different than any other vehicle. Now you have the Nissan logo right front and center, so people know you're driving a Nissan, and you're probably expecting, okay, this piece right here, just fake plastic, why would they even put that there? Well, behind that is your adaptive cruise control electronics. So you definitely don't want to run into anything and harm that, because it might ruin the adaptive cruise control. But you probably won't be running into anything with this vehicle because you have parking sensors. All throughout the vehicle, the front and the rear, there are parking sensors. So that'll beep at you when you come close to objects on the road, cats, humans, other cars, and it's like, hey, stop, no, don't hit it, because it doesn't want you to hurt anything else or hurt itself. Under the hood of the 26 Nissan Murano is where Nissan listened to their customers, because they took out the CVT transmission. This has a 9-speed automatic transmission. Now, the old Murano was what, 10 years lifespan? I'll put up exactly what the lifespan of that whole model was, but they had a CVT in it. And now I'm not here gonna say a CVT is good, CVT is bad, but you could definitely look up on the internet what people say about Nissan's CVT. So Nissan replaced it with the 9-speed automatic transmission. Now this engine is a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that produces 241 horsepower and 260 foot-pounds of torque. And in my opinion, those are very healthy numbers coming from a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. Now again, that's going through a 9-speed automatic transmission, and all that power is going to all four wheels because this only comes in all-wheel drive. You cannot get this in front-wheel drive anymore. And this engine gets 21 miles to the gallon in the city, 27 in the highway, for a combined total of 23 miles to the gallon. On the top of the Murano, there is no roof rails and or sunroof up here. It is just bare. On the higher trims, it does have a sunroof, but this one does not have it. The mirrors have blind spot monitoring built onto it, but do not have turn signals on the side here. Again, the higher trims does have that as well. And down below, these are 20-inch alloy rims with all-season weather tires. Now, I'm just realizing this, it's half alloy metal and half plastic here. And how I figured that out is this piece right here is popping out. So I gotta snap that back into place. Now, I've seen other cars do this, like Teslas and stuff, and they use the plastic for aerodynamic purposes. But I'm gonna go off on a whim and say Nissan is just doing this for the design purpose, but it does look pretty cool. And then with your keys in your pocket, just come up to the passenger or the driver's side door, hit this button, and the car automatically locks. What if you want to unlock it though? Just hit it again, and now it unlocks. The key fob of the Murano is quite nice, to be honest. Now it is black plastic in the back and the front. You have the Nissan logo up top there, but the side trim is this metal trim piece, and it gives it a little bit of heft and weight. It feels kind of premium to hold in the hand. Now the buttons on this key fob are lock, unlock, typical type of stuff. Hold this button down here, and this will automatically open up the trunk. So you can just walk back here, put your stuff in, and then if you want to shut it, just hold it one more time, and it should, yep, automatically shut. Now there is one more button on this. Well, there is the panic button down there as well. But hold the lock, hold the remote start, and this vehicle should remote start. And yes, it did. Now open up the rear door and you're greeted to nice materials where you need it. Because up top here, yes, it is plastic, but you're not putting your hand up there at all. And down here, it is plastic, and that's where you put your drink snacks. So if it gets dirty, you can wash it away real quick. You do have a speaker rail down here, but this part is all leatherette trim piece here. So when you rest your arm there, it's nice and squishy, and you push it up against that. It's just a nice feel to rest your arm. You have a grab handle there, your window control, and that is a one touch down and one touch up. So all 4 window controls. You have your door handle, this nice plastic piece here with what should be an LED light strip, but it's not. On the SL and Platinum models, which are the higher trim models, this vehicle has ambient lighting through the whole entire front and rear. But they decided to keep the same plastic material, but not give you the lights, which is very odd in my opinion. So now you buy this car, you're looking at this every day being like, well, if I spent an extra grand or two, I would get LED lights, but I don't get it in this car. Don't know why they didn't just take it off, but they kept it that way. The rear seats in the 26 Murano are leatherette trimmed, and they're called their zero gravity seats. Now, that seems like some crazy futuristic technology, but it really just means they're ergonomic and they form to your back well. And I mean, I gotta say, it definitely does. I really can't tell the difference necessarily from this seat to another rear seat. It's just a seat in my opinion, but it definitely does feel comfortable, and I could sit here for long hours, periods of time. Now I do have a ton of headroom in this car. Look at that, a whole hand length. I'm 5'8", I'm not the tallest, but a 6 foot tall person can definitely fit in your headroom wise, and legroom wise, 100%. Again, that's set to my driving position, but still look at the amount of legroom you have here. And if you do have a middle seat passenger, can they fit? Well, yeah, because there's no middle hump here. Other cars will have a hump the size of Mount Everest. This doesn't. So I don't have to man spread in this vehicle whatsoever. You have 2 AC vents, 2 USB Type-C ports, and headroom-wise in the middle seat, let's see, is a little bit worse because the seat lifts you up, but really not bad. I have, what, 3-4 more inches? So I even think a 6 foot tall person can fit in the middle seat totally fine. You have grab handles, light controls there. Ooh, just a touch, one touch on and one touch off. It's like magic. And if you don't have a middle seat passenger, you can pull this down and you have a cup holder armrest, 2 slots for cup there, nice squishy bit to rest your arm. And if you want to, you can charge your phone, take a cable through that little port and rest your phone there. Open up the front door and you're greeted to even better materials than the rear door. You have leatherette trim piece up top, leatherette trim piece down below where you rest your arm, and on the side there. Now down below, you still have the hard touch plastic, but again, that makes sense. That's where you put your drink snacks. When it gets dirty, easily wash it away. Speaker rail right there. And you have 4 window controls. They are all one touch down, one touch up. Your mirror controls, lock and unlock, as well as that same plastic textured piece and the fake LED light strip. Again, why does this still include that LED light strip if it doesn't have it? Don't know why, that's what it has. Now you have forward and back. Now both the front seats are heated leatherette style bucket seats that hold you into place very well, your back and your booty. They're again the same zero gravity seats as the rear, so they say that it really is ergonomic for your back. I really can't personally tell, but they are extremely comfortable, I will say that. You have power controls, forward and back, tilt, and lumbar controls. Is the passenger power operated as well? Let's see. If I move over, oh, I'm gonna crush the can. But yes, it is power operated, but you don't have any lumbar controls. Now turn the vehicle on with a push to start, and you are greeted to a 12.3-inch full digital gauge cluster. Your brightness controls are on this side, just simple taps. And this is super customizable. Now you have 2 different settings. So this is more of a digital setting there. So you see your digital RPMs and your digital kind of gauge cluster there for your fuel. But if you hit this button over on the side, go to change meter view. Now you have more of an analog style view. It is all digital screen, but it adjusts to the analog. And everything in between is all the same for both of these views. It's just 2 different views. So if I want to scroll this side, I can go to home. I have my drive computer, which show your fuel economy since last reset. This is your tire pressure, start and stop, and your 4x4 information. We'll show what power is going to each wheel, which is pretty cool. Then go there, that's your Bluetooth audio. So whatever song you're playing on the radio will come up on the screen with the album cover, which is pretty cool to see. Now scroll over again, this way you have your speed limit sign. It'll show actually what the speed limit is on the road. So if it's 35 miles an hour, it'll show right there. Scroll it over again, and this is where you can go and customize your safety settings. When I talk about the steering wheel, I'll talk about the safety settings exactly in this car, and scroll it over once more, and this is all your settings. So you have your driver assistance, your eco mode. You can turn on or off the clock up there, which is pretty cool. And then this is just your normal stuff, your maintenance, customize the display, what I showed you earlier before, and then factory reset. The steering wheel is a futuristic leather-wrapped steering wheel that is really cool to hold in the hand, and it definitely stands out than other cars I have seen. There are paddle shifters on the back to change the gears manually if you want to. The buttons on the right side of the steering wheel include all buttons for this screen right here. So you have voice commands, you have up, down, left, right here, this little dial to scroll through as well. Back button, your shortcut menu, as well as your phone controls and left and right on the music. And then the left side is more of your safety controls. Now you still have your volume up and down here, and I do gotta give them credit, this feels very premium. It is a very premium steering wheel. The whole entire car feels very premium, to be totally honest. And then hit this, and you have some of your safety settings. So it says blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, and rear collision warning. As well as with the front and the rear automatically braking if you come close to pedestrians, other cars on the road. If it detects you're really close, it's automatically gonna snap on the brakes so you don't hit them. Please do not test this. This is only for emergency purposes in case you do come close to somebody. Now you do have a backup camera with moving trajectory lines, and it's not the clearest, I'll say. It is pretty big, massive, you see a lot, but it definitely gets the job done. Now I do like a lot of cars have this, and Nissan includes it. If you go to driver assistance, let's say you're someone that does not like any safety settings, you can go turn them all off if you don't want to. Steering assist, lane assist, turn that off. Go to blind spot assist, again, turn that off. You can turn off every safety setting in this car, so you don't want it beeping at you or automatically stopping. You don't have to have that. The Murano has a 12.3-inch color touchscreen with wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay, and this touchscreen is incredible. It is just hands down amazing. One of the best touchscreens in vehicles. It is super responsive and super customizable. So you have all these different apps right here. You can hold them down and drag them and customize them like widgets on your smartphone. So now you have a home screen and you can move apps around on your phone. Well, again, you can do that with the car. Now on the left side in the bottom, you have digital hotkeys. So hit that, you go straight to your home, your radio, your phone connectivity, and then that's all your apps. As well as down here, hitting that, and it shows you notifications. That goes straight to your settings. And this is to customize the brightness and the music, like, you know, where the songs, the music's coming from, and the bass, treble, and the middle. Now down here, there's even more stuff. Hit that, and it pulls up a whole climate settings. Now you do have physical climate controls, which I'll get into, but I love how they also give you an app. So if you want to go and customize it exactly, you can have that. Turn on your heated seats down there. And the final thing I want to talk about with this touchscreen is something that all trims get, and that's the user profile. So you can create a profile, just like a gamer tag or a Steam profile if you play video games. You can add a new profile, and what that will do is set the whole car to your liking. You know how I customized the whole profile before and talked to you about it? Well, all that will stay linked on a profile, as well as this memory seat settings. So if I push this all the way back and have it set to my position, I go and change to another person's profile, the seat will go right back to what they automatically set it to. It is pretty cool. Also, you can go into the settings and go and change your picture. So just like a gamer tag on a computer or an Xbox, you can have different profile pictures, what key it's set up to, key 1, 2, 3, or 4, their Nissan Connect services logged in, and even, if I can back out of the accounts, go to security and put a password on your profile. So if you're a couple, husband and wife, and you do not want your wife per se to get into your profile whatsoever, you could set a password in your car so she can't access your profile. So this makes it really cool, because if you want to customize the home screen to your liking, hook up your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, customize this screen, customize your seat, everything about it. Now, when another person gets in the car, they type in their password for their account, and everything adjusts to their setting. So you don't have to readjust, redo this, that. It's just one boom and done. Below the touchscreen, there is physical AC controls, but they're yet digital buttons. So it's haptic feedback on wood here. It is really unique. So if you go up for the temperature, you just tap it and it vibrates. Same with the passenger. So this has dual zone climate control. So the driver can set its own and the passenger can. This is your AC, your fan speed, your fan on and off, hit it like that. And again, I showed you earlier, if you want to go into more settings, just hit that and you can customize all of it exactly. Down below here, you have a wireless charging pad, 2 USB Type-C ports. And I do want to say this wireless charging pad is different than the 25 model. It sticks out like a little bulge here where before it was flat. It makes the phone sit in there, like just stay, so it doesn't move around when the car's moving. These are the buttons to change your gears because there's no gear lever. So it's just hit the P to park, hit drive, you go to manual because this car has paddle shifters there, so you can change the gears manually if you want to, and then slap it back in P to park. Auto start stop, your camera settings, 2 cup holders here, and this is a spot to, I don't know, do what? Put your camera bag there, put your McDonald's sauces if you want, and your nuggets. That'd actually be kind of cool to put little nugget sauces there and dip your nuggets into it. And this spot, I was resting my arm on it this whole entire time. It's a really comfortable leatherette trimmed armrest. Open it up, and you have a deep storage pocket. The rear of the Murano is just as unique as the front because you have a full wraparound LED light bar. I mean, technically it's wraparound, it stops there and goes back on this side and continues. So I would call that wraparound even with the Nissan badge right in the front here. You have also LED turn signals on this side and over on that side. The Murano badge is right front and center and is pretty open in your face. You definitely know this is Murano. It's not like other brands where it's tiny in the corner. And your all-wheel drive badge, even that is pretty big down here. Now you do have rear parking sensors, just like the front, so those will beep at you when you come close to objects. And if it gets too close to another car, it will automatically cut the brakes and stop it so you don't hit it. You do also have 2 exhaust tips, one on that side and one on that side. And I'll be honest, when I got this car to review, I was pretty confused. I'm like, where's the wiper blade here? I don't see it. Well, it is tucked up there. And so when you turn it on, it comes out and then goes back when you don't need it. Makes it pretty flush. Now, this is my favorite part of all my reviews because I get to see if a 5.8 matte can fit in the back of the trunk. Now, most reviewers will just say, hey, it's this size and move on with it. I like to visualize it. Can it fit in me? And I'm pretty sure this can really good fit 1 whole 5.8 matte in the back and pretty much 2 whole 5.8 mattes in the back here. There's so much storage to fit a lot of things. You have also a little secret storage down here if you want, and secret storage on the other side as well. And there's even more down below here because let's see, does this have a spare tire or a fix-a-flat kit? Lift it up, and it is a fix-a-flat kit. That looks like a spare tire, but that's actually, oh, if I can, do this, that's actually a subwoofer there for the speaker settings. And you do have some little extra storage on that side and little extra storage there. So if you want to hide things, no one will ever know about it. And if you want even more storage, just push these rear seats down. So with the simple latch, that flies down. Simple latch on this side. Whoa, okay, that went down way faster than the other one. And now if you want to, you can completely lay down in the back of your Murano. So taking the 2026 Nissan Murano out on the road, how does this vehicle feel? Well, big. That is my first impression. It is a big vehicle. I am high up in this. It is wide. It's just a big and bulky feel of a vehicle. And if you like that, this is definitely the vehicle for you. Suspension wise, yeah, the suspension's on the softer side and it mostly throws you around a little bit. So when you turn it, you're gonna have some decent body roll to the left and the right. The seat does a decent job holding you into place, but just be ready. It's going to kind of be like, oh, it's not a stiff ride like sporty vehicles, for an example. 0 to 60, when you step on it, it kicks you back. It's 7.4 seconds with that 4-cylinder engine. It's nothing crazy, but it definitely gets up you highway speeds very good. Again, I drive a little Chevy Bolt, a little electric Chevy Bolt. It goes 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds. You got 1 second slower in this big SUV. It's really not a bad thing whatsoever. This is a fun vehicle. It's really nice. It's comfortable. They talk about their zero gravity seats, and like I said before, can't really tell if it's really anything, but it's definitely comfortable. These seats are extremely comfortable. I will give them credit on that point. The steering wheel feel is good. The whole infotainment screen is amazing. The settings and tech you can do is wide open here. it is a pretty well thought vehicle. And the Murano was a vehicle that was so outdated. I think, I'll put up the exact number, but I think it was like 10 plus years that the old Murano was in rotation for at Nissan. And it still had a CD player when they canceled it in like 2023. A CD player in the car. It was probably one of the last cars to have a CD player. And in this one, again, no such thing as it. Full touchscreen, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. So I guess if you wanted the CD player, you got to go to the old Murano. Where I think this car fits well is for someone that doesn't want to spend $60,000+ on an Acura, $60,000+ on a Mercedes, a BMW SUV, but still want that premium feel to it. That's what this gives you. It gives you a premium feeling car, and especially outside. Who is going to look at the outside of this car and say that it's not premium looking? It looks weird and crazy, but I think it's kind of cool. It stands out. And for that $41,000, $42,000 price point range, it definitely gives you a good bang for your buck. But the real question is, what do you think about this vehicle? Do you like it, or do you absolutely hate it? And do you think it's worth the $41,000 or not? Be honest. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to keep updated with more content. And a huge thank you to Executive Jeep Nissan for allowing me to use this vehicle for the day. Their information will be linked down in the description below.